Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on New Zealand Sports Radio. Hi, I'm Paul. I'll be your host this morning. In the news today, we'll be catching up on the cricket with the IPL action overnight between the between the Knight Riders and the Sunrisers. We've got NRL news for you as well as rugby with the Hurricanes taking on the Crusaders in Super Rugby Aotearoa yesterday. We've got A-League with the Phoenix in action yesterday, NBA and NBL with the basketball, and also the Masters in the golf. This is your best way to start the day up to speed with all of the important sports news. And this is the second time I've had a go at this, as my alarm went off at 3 a.m. this morning for some reason. And I was sat here ready to go and realised what the time was. So here we go. At the proper time of 7 a.m. every morning, you can catch the morning sports briefing. Let's kick off then with the Masters, and they're out on the course at the moment. The leader going into the fourth round is the Matsuyama from Japan, who is 11 under par. The early mover in the fourth round is Zalatoris, who is 2 shots back now at 9 under par before the chasing pack starts to emerge after that. Justin Rose, the early leader after his first round score of 65, has slipped back. Matsuyama matched that 65 in the third round, which is what has given him, which is what has put him top of the leader table. Staying over in the States and look at the NBA, where there are 7 games yesterday. Key results there saw the Lakers beat the Nets, with Lakers without LeBron James winning out 126-101. So a comfortable victory for the Lakers in that one. The 76ers beat the Thunder 117-93, another comfortable win there for them. The Jazz saw off the Kings 128-112 in that one. The Suns beat the Wizards 134-106. So a lot of the top teams doing well there. For the table, that loss by the Nets to the Lakers means that the 76ers go back top of the Eastern Conference, head of the Nets, and then the Bucks. Over on the Western Conference side of things, the Jazz lead the way ahead of the Suns and the Clippers. The big movers there are the Nuggets, who are currently on an 8-game winning streak. They are in action right now up against the Celtics. And obviously, join us tomorrow at 7 a.m. where I'll bring you up to speed with how that one has gone. Also today, the Pelicans take on the Cavaliers. That's right, Steven Adams' team at 11 a.m. in that one, part of the 10 games in the NBA today. Sticking with basketball and moving over to the NBL and 2 games yesterday, we saw the Kings get beaten by the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix 98-84, and the Hawks in a tight one against bottom of the table Taipans, winning that one to 82-80 there in that one. So Melbourne United still top of the table. They get a chance to extend their lead against the Bullets today at 9:30 p.m. before the Wildcats will be playing in the our Breakers tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. With a chance to close the gap as well. That's Melbourne United's top and Wildcats second in the table currently in that one. Moving over to the football, and the Wellington Phoenix took on Western United yesterday. We had 2 penalties in the first half, 1 each. Both of them successfully scored. First by Barisha for Western United, then by Davalia for the Phoenix, making it 1-1 at half time. In the second half, though, Sotorio deflected in a shot to make it 2-1 for the Phoenix, or guided a shot before there was an equaliser from Western United with a header that was cleared, but it was just cleared after the ball had gone over the line, which led to a tight finish there with Wellington Academy player Ben Wayne scoring the winning goal with an assist there from Sam Sutton, also from the Wellington Academy, to win the game 3-2. Do join us on Wednesday at 9 p.m. for the Knicks newsletter. I'm sure the boys will be very excited about this win and tell you all about it during that show. That now means that the Wellington Phoenix are in 9th place, 7 points off Western Sydney Wanderers, who are in 6th and in the final playoff place. So that win keeps their hopes alive of making it into the playoffs. Central Coast Mariners and Melbourne's lead the way at the top there, ahead of Melbourne City FC. In that one, and I've just not got the fixtures up to just tell you where the next game is. The next game is tomorrow at 9 p.m. when the Newcastle Jets will take on Perth Glory. In that one, Newcastle Jets and Perth Glory, that's 10th and 11th in the table. So bottom of the table clash there for those two. Moving on to the NRL then, and 2 games yesterday. The Dragons with a big win over the Eels, 26-12 in that one. A bit of a surprise win, or definitely for the size of the result there for the Dragons over the Eels. And then the Cowboys took out a much closer game against West Tigers, 34-30 in that one. The results for this round mean that the only team that haven't picked up a win after 5 weekends are the Bulldogs, who sit bottom of the table. And the only team that has won all their games so far are the Panthers, who sit top, 2 points clear of a chasing pack there. The Warriors currently sit in 10th place with their 2 wins and 3 losses so far in that one. Join the standoff at 8 p.m. on Wednesday, where the boys will round up all of the action from round 5 of the NRL and preview round 6 for you in that one as well. Over in the rugby, and boy, oh boy, it has been a fantastic weekend of close games in both Super Rugby AU and Super Rugby Aotearoa. Do go back and watch or listen to the Super Rugby review show, where we went over all of the games, myself and Ashwin. I say available as a podcast if you want to listen to us on the go on your commute to work this morning or your way home. But the Hurricanes took on the Crusaders, and I'll tell you, at early in the first half, when it was 3-14 after 2 bridge tries, a lot of us thought it was all over and the Crusaders were just going to go through the motions and win the game. But credits to the Hurricanes, they drew it all back to 17 all at half time, even if they did get a silly yellow card by Laumape on half time, meaning he missed the next 10 minutes. Houston, though, source showed some good feet, and actually the Hurricanes won the period during that yellow card. But it all came down to 27 all at the end. Richie Mo'unga missing a drop goal after Geordie Barrett had taken a 60-odd metre kick at the post, which was long enough, but just went off to the side. That meant we were into golden point or extra time again for the second time this weekend. The Crusaders, did everything to plan, and saw David Havili knock over the drop goal. A bit of a surprise there, but with Richard Mo'unga at the bottom of the ruck, so he couldn't execute it. But Scott Barrett did mention after the game that having seen Golden Point the previous night in the Highlanders versus the Chiefs, they decided that they had already run through the scenarios and they executed that one down to perfection. Don't forget, you can become a supporter of New Zealand Sports Radio. Just head over to patreon.com NZ Sports Radio. We are an independent station or sports content producer, and yes, your support would be much appreciated as it lets us have all the tech to be able to bring you these shows to you every single day of the week. Moving on then to the cricket, and In the cricket, it is the Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad in the IPL overnight. The Knight Riders put on 187 in the first innings there. Rana opening the innings scored 80, and Tripathi with 53 to give them a good basis and allowing Karthik to come in with a cameo of 22 off just 9 balls at the end there to power them to that 187. In response, and the Sunrisers made a poor start, losing both Shah and Dave Warner, cheaply early on. But Pandey put on 61 and not out with in a good partnership with Bairstow, who scored a 55. But they ended up coming up 10 runs short, getting 177 off for 5 off their 20 overs there in that one. Player of the match was Rana with his 80 for the Knight Riders as the Knight Riders win their opening game of the season over there in the IPL. Hope you're having a wonderful week, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week. This is your best way to start the day up with all the sports news and the important sports news. And I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. with the morning sports briefing.